All right, welcome to the Philly Fox and Danny D Eagles podcast. That's the star of the show, Philly Fox, and I'm your host, Danny D. And we are coming to you from our Eagles perch in the Ed Bobko Memorial Studios in beautiful Morristown, PA. Today we are going to break down and give our take on the divisional playoffs, Eagles and the Rams. Man, crazy weather out there. Everybody was talking all week long about how, they were looking forward to the cold weather and the snow, but it was cold and wet out there. So let's see what happened. All right, so the Eagles get the ball on the 25, and we got a pass to Goddard right off the bat for 5 yards.
Then a Barkley first down run.
Yeah, and then a check down to Barkley, and then Jalen.
The play of the drive. He faked the handoff to Barkley, and he kept it and ran it to the house. Touchdown.
Yeah. What a way to start the game already, 6-0. Okay, and then we got Elliott. He comes up for the extra point.
Unfortunately, it's no good.
Yeah, he missed it. And,
we've been saying it too much on this show.
Yeah, unfortunately, field goals is one thing, but missed extra points, that's another. But anyway, at least we're up 6-0. Okay, so now the Rams get the ball on the 33, and right off the bat, on third down, there's a pass to Higbee that ended up being a challenge.
This was initially ruled incomplete. However, the ruling said that his hand was under the ball when, unfortunately, it was.
Yeah, it ended. That was a good ruling by them. Then on first down, Williams had a nice run.
Oh yes, he had a great run.
Yeah, and then we got Nakua
for a catch for a first down over the middle.
Yeah, and then Stafford scramble.
Came up short, but Williams again got the first.
Yeah, got the first down, okay. And then we got on third and goal.
Higbee scores.
Right, looked like he came up short.
But the ball was across the plains. So.
Yeah. So now, and of course they made their extra point, and now the score is
7-6 Rams.
Yeah, 7-6 Rams. Okay. All right, so the Eagles get the ball, unfortunately.
Yes, they go 3 and out.
Yeah, Hurts was sacked on that drive. And then the Rams get the ball.
But they also went 3 and out.
Yeah, 3 and out, but Carter got a sack on that.
Stafford,
Yeah.
And picked him up.
Yeah, that was when he picked him up like a rag doll. He's like, "Here, I got him. What do you want me to do with them?"
Well, hey, at least it wasn't Mahomes. Even just picking him up is a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, it would have been a penalty if it was Mahomes for sure. Okay. And then, unfortunately, on this drive, Mitchell got hurt, and he went to the
locker room.
Went to the locker room, yeah. Okay. So now we got the Eagles got the ball on the 17, and on 3rd and 4.
Barkley took it to the house, another touchdown.
Yeah, man. Wow, that was such a great run. And then he was teasing Verse on the way, right?
Yes.
Just looking back at him and teasing him. Verse was the guy that was making all kinds of
comments about Philly fans and stuff.
Yeah, all week long. Yep, okay. And then Elliott, this time he makes the extra point.
That's 13-7 Eagles.
13-7, okay. And I'm just going to say, it's 13-7. It should have been
14-7.
Should have been 14-7. Okay. Rams get the ball on the 30. And then we got Robinson.
He wrestled the ball away from Isaiah Rodgers.
Yeah. And then on 2nd and 11, we got a cup catch. And then on 3rd down,
C.J. Gardner-Johnson stops Williams in the backfield for 1 yard loss.
Yeah, okay. And then on 4th and 3.
The field goal was good.
Yeah.
So 13-10.
13-10, okay. But, of course, to mix that extra point
is still looming large.
Yeah, because it should have been a 4-point lead instead of a 3-point lead.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now we got the Eagles with the ball on the 43 after a Gainwell return. All right. Then we got what? We got a couple of Hurst runs.
Yes, and a slant to A.J.
And then back to Barkley. Yeah, and on 3rd and 8, Jalen gets
slammed to the ground by Verse.
Yeah, that should have been a penalty. Again,
this isn't Mahomes, so it's not.
Yeah, if it would have been Mahomes, he would have definitely got a penalty. Personally, I think that here I go messing up my hair again, folks. Okay,
Yes.
I caught myself this time.
Yes.
All right. normally I don't, and my hair's sticking up by the end of the show. All right. So anyway, but I think that was payback for Barkley teasing him. Okay, he's like, man, you did that to me. Look what I'm going to do to your quarterback. Yeah. So anyway, and then they punt the ball. All right. So now the Rams start on the 7. They got pinned down on the 7. All right, and then on 2nd and 2.
A flea flicker pass to Higbee for a 19-yard gain.
Yeah, it was a nice little play on their part. And then we got Rodgers breaks up a pass. We got a Nakua catch. We got Sweat and Williams, right?
Yep, combined to knock Kyron Williams down.
Yeah, Williams on Williams, right, for a 2-yard loss.
Yes.
And then they punt to the Eagles. And then
Cooper DeJean bobbles the punt.
Yeah,
but luckily he recovered it, but still.
Yeah, and then here we go. The weather again, looming its ugly head, right? I mean, we talked about wanting to play somebody in the weather, but we got to play in it too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And then on 3rd and 14 on that series of downs, there was a nice screen to Barkley for a first.
Yes.
And then on 1st and 10, we got a check down.
The Gainwell, yep.
Yeah, and then he comes right back.
With a Gainwell 9-yard run.
With a 9-yard run, and then Jalen scrambles, but he was drugged down out of bounds. It seemed like he took him down, but then he didn't let go. Some people wanted a penalty. It was kind of borderline, But then we got Barkley.
Yes, for 9 more yards.
For 9 more yards, all right. And then on 2nd and 8, Jalen coughed up the ball.
When Gainwell fell in it, luckily. But
yeah.
It's a trend that we're going to say too often in this show, like Jalen holding on to the ball too long.
Yeah. Okay, and then on 3rd and 23, Jalen was looking downfield.
If he was sacked by Verse, but he was slow to get up, unfortunately.
Yep, and that was the end of the half, and the score is 13-10. Of course, so let's just review the first half here a little bit. Jalen.
Well, I mean, he had some nice plays like the long run and stuff, but he held onto the ball way too long at times and took unnecessary sacks.
Right. And then, like, just recently there in the end of the first half, that took us out of field goal range, and we could have got some of those points back that, or at least one of the points back that Elliott missed. And then we got Barkley.
Because he had a great first half, the long run,
Yeah, absolutely right, obviously. And his wrist was a little banged up. It looked like they were taping it up, but shouldn't be an issue. He doesn't run with his wrist, so he should be okay. And what about the passing game so far?
I mean, I did think Jalen didn't do anything like in the passing game there, like he didn't throw interceptions or, he was connecting with his receivers. It's just the sacks,
Yeah, right. He didn't give the ball up. I mean, there was a couple of nice passes. The 4th down, the passes to Goddard and stuff. But, not too bad. He definitely needs to do more there and get away from the sacks, okay? Defense.
Well, 10 points, especially with the weather coming up. I like 10 points, it's not like they got 17 or 24 or something,
Yeah, well, and then especially Carter. I mean, come on. That guy's just all over the place. And then you got the replacements, okay? So you got Hunt, Burks, Rodgers, all these guys are stepping up. So 10 points, nice total for the first half. It's a shame, though, about Mitchell. Mitchell looks like, we don't know if he's coming back yet. At this point in the game, we didn't know. Obviously, we found out that, he wasn't going to be coming back. And then, of course, special teams. Man, I'm sorry. You just got to pick on Elliott. I mean, he's making field goals, but come on, you got to make those extra points. We need the extra points, right?
Yes, we do.
Yep. And the other thing I just wanted to say, I'm pretty sure the Rams didn't read the headlines this week that they're not a cold weather team or that they're too small and undersized, because they seem to have been getting to Jalen pretty much, right?
Oh, yes. It's a combination. The O-line missed some assignments, but Jalen at the same time, he's got to get rid of it.
Yeah. So hopefully the Eagles read the headlines and for the second half. So, all right. So we start the second half, and the Rams get the ball on the 30, but they go
3 and out.
Right, and they punt to the Eagles 18.
We go 3 and out.
And we go 3 and out. So now the Rams get the ball again.
Yes.
And on 3rd and 4.
Yep, Cooper Kupp makes a monster catch for a first down to 38.
Yeah, that was a real good catch by him. Like I said before in the preview, I'd take him on my team any day. I know he's getting older, but I like him. Okay, so on 1st and 10, we got Williams.
With a 30-yard run, setting up a 1st and goal.
Oh, yeah, and he was so hard to tackle on that. So hard to bring down. And, that's the thing about the running game in this kind of weather. You get momentum going. Guys are hard to bring down. And then on 3rd and 8,
Jalix Hunt got a big-time sack.
Yeah, and it possibly saved
the
it.
go-ahead TD.
Yeah, go-ahead TD, and then they made a field goal.
And it's tied up at 13.
13-13. Of course, it could have been
14-13 with the extra point.
With the extra point that we missed, okay? Sorry to keep picking on you, Elliot. All right. So now the Eagles get the ball on the 30.
On 3rd and 5, a pass to Goddard in the yards after the catch.
Yeah, absolutely, to the 34. Definitely a nice read by Jalen, stepping up in the pocket and delivering a good pass. Then on 2nd and 6.
Barkley run for first.
Yeah, and then on 2nd and 15.
Well, Hurts is sacked again, but he holds onto the ball too long, and it led to that sack.
Yeah.
He had time to get rid of it, in my opinion. They didn't just shoot right through,
Yeah. I mean, come on. The O-line was having its challenges that day too, but you got to get rid of the ball. I mean, there's just no two ways about it. And Elliott comes through, 44-yard field goal. Got to give him credit for that. The weather conditions. So now we're up 16-13. All right. Rams get the ball on the 30.
And they go 3 and out.
Yeah.
It was incomplete to Nakua.
Yeah, there was an incompletion to Nakua, and then they punted. And the Eagles get the ball on the 4. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
And
okay. And then that right. That was terrible field position for him. And then on 2nd and 6.
Well, Jalen takes a safety once again. He had Goddard, but he didn't read it right, and he took the sack like when he could have got rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was pretty easy to see that Goddard was right there, but, we're not out there playing. We don't know. Maybe, the sight line wasn't the same as what we saw. But even if you didn't hit Goddard,
get rid of the ball.
Get rid of the ball, Jalen. My God, we've just been saying this way too much today, okay? Mm-hmm. All right, so now so what's the score now?
Oh, it's 16-15.
16-15, okay. And luckily boy. All right, not good. So then what we got here? So they don't call this a kickoff. They call it a
free kick after the safety.
Free kick after the safety, and the Rams get the ball on the
35.
35, okay. And then Carter on 2nd and 2.
Forced a Williams fumble.
Yeah. And then Rodgers returns it to just inside the 10. Lucky break for the Eagles. Gotta love that defense. Love that Carter, man. The man-child, he's at it again. Yes. And nice for Rodgers on that, pick that ball up in the return. Okay, so the Eagles are down there on 1st and goal.
And Barkley drags people to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and then 2 more attempts, but they didn't get in for Barkley.
But you know what's coming on 4th and goal from the half-yard line?
Right, the tush push or the brotherly shove. But unfortunately,
Lane Johnson false starts.
Yeah, and then we ended up with a
Elliott 23-yard field goal.
Yeah, 23. Nice hold by man in that too. They made a point of mentioning that on the broadcast that it was real tough snap, and he did a good job of getting it down. So kudos to him. All right, so now it's 19-15. And the Rams get the ball on the 26, yeah. Okay. 3rd and 9, we got a Robinson
catch for a
first down, and then a 3rd and 10.
Nolan Smith knocks the ball. Zach Bond recovers it. He knocks it out of Stafford. Because I believe. Right?
Yeah,
it was Stafford at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was on the quarterback, and then of course Zahn recovers. Yeah, number 3. Yes. I love number 3. How many times have we talked about him in the past 3, 4, 5 weeks? And of course, Zahn, yes. And then I told you my new name for him, right? Bontastic.
Bontastic.
Yeah.
Call him whatever you want. He's making plays.
Yeah. and with the paycheck he's probably going to get next year, he doesn't care what anybody calls him.
Franchise tag him, Howie.
Yeah.
Make sure he comes back.
Well, I don't know if he has to. Whatever you have to do, Howie, get him back.
Yes.
Get him back. Okay. So now we got Eagles have the ball on the 35, but they were unable to get a first down. And then they went for it on 4th and 4.
A quick pass to AJ, pick up the first.
Yeah, nice play there. Nice catch by AJ. We haven't heard too much from him today, but nice came through for us on that one. And then on 1st and 10.
If Barkley slipped due to the weather conditions.
Yeah, he went down, and it's definitely getting worse out there, and it's definitely the weather is rearing its ugly head again. So we ended up with
an Elliott 37-yard field goal.
Yep.
To make it 22-15.
Yep. Another nice kick by Elliott. He coming through on the field goals. So good job. Good job. All right. So now Rams get the ball, and on 1st and 10.
Ojomo gets a sack.
Yeah, man. I didn't even know this guy, but I didn't even know he was on the team, and here he is out there getting sacks. I mean, don't you love it the way these guys, next man up?
Yes.
Okay. 3rd and 10.
Burks breaks up another guy who came in off the street for Nakobe Dean and stuff, and he's filling in fine too.
Yeah, he's doing a wonderful job. But fortunately, then the Rams go 3 and out, and they punt.
Yes.
Punt to the Eagles. The Eagles start on the 22, and it was real fortunate that we got this because on 1st and 10.
Yeah, Barkley ran it 78 yards to the house.
1st and 10, he goes 78 yards. Oh my! But then what happens?
Another missed extra point by Elliott. Can't happen in this situation.
Oh my God! In the words of Peyton Manning, that idiot kicker.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so the Eagles are up 28-15, and there's only 4 minutes and
36 seconds left.
Yeah, so you're kind of feeling a little good here, right? I mean, you got a 13-point lead?
I'm cautiously optimistic because the extra points might come back to bite, so I'm cautiously up. Let's put it that way.
So the 13 points, but of course we know it should have been 14. It should have been 15 and whatever. And then, of course, we shouldn't have had the
safety that Jalen took.
The safety. So, yeah, the score shouldn't even be as close as it is there. All right. So now the Rams get the ball on the 30. And then on 1st and 10.
Yep, Nakua. Yep, got a clutch catch over the middle field.
Yeah, cross midfield.
Yep.
That's all right. Hey, sometimes he writes, sometimes I write,
and sometimes it's chicken scratch.
Yeah, and this time it was chicken scratch. So don't blame him for this. This was my fault. So Nakua made a catch across midfield. That's what it said. Okay.
Yes.
All right, but the Rams are driving, and it's going way too easy. And it looks like we're in the prevent defense. And you know what I say about the prevent defense?
Because it prevents you from winning?
Prevents you from winning sometimes, yeah. But anyway, so we got Kupp makes a catch. He takes it to the 2-yard line. And then on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Parkinson gets a TD, unfortunately.
Yeah, all right. And now we got
28-22.
28-22, yeah.
Too many mistakes led, the missed extra points, the safety, the false start on Lane Johnson on the half-yard line.
And here we are. It's a 6-point game. I just told you we started to feel a little good. We were up 13 points. And now it's 28-22, and all these points left on the field, okay? So now the Eagles get the ball on the 30, and on 2nd and 7.
Oh, yes, Hurts gets sacked. I blame Kellen Moore. Why are we passing? We could just hand it off,
Yeah.
At least get a couple of yards, make it third and manageable.
Yeah, of course, everybody's saying that, the problem with Kellen Moore was that his head was all filled up with all these interviews and everything, and his mind wasn't really on the game. But that's not true. Let's face it, they only spend so much time, and I think even if he hadn't gone for the interviews, he still might have done a bad job or whatever. But don't get me wrong. I like Kellen Moore. He's done a decent job. But there's times that we just
criticize him.
Yeah, we just kind of question why you're not. You got Saquon Barkley. Why aren't you running more? Yes, that's a phone call, but life happens.
Yes,
it'll stop ringing eventually.
Yes.
All right. So what do we got here? Oh my God, we're almost done here. So now we got Rams have the ball on the 17. Okay, and we got to remember, right, that Stafford
has 51 game-winning drives in his career.
Yeah, I mean, you can say what you want about him sometimes, but the guy can be clutch. Okay, so we got a pass to Cup, and then we got
passes to Robinson, Nakua sprinkled in.
Yeah,
and then Nakua catch was a great over-the-shoulder catch over Slay.
They're moving down the field. Yeah, and then you got.
Well, it's Nakua made another catch, making it 3rd and 2.
Right.
But however, Jalen Carter, the man-child, comes through again.
Oh, man, we needed this guy.
Yes.
I mean, we needed him all game long, and he comes through again.
Yes. Yep. 4th and 11.
Yep, 4th and 11, and then...
he comes through yet again. To force an incompletion.
And Eagles get the ball. They kneel down. Game over. Oh, my. I'm telling you. We were so up. I don't know. I mean, I was just so nervous the whole time. Between all the points left on the field and everything, I was just so glad to get this over with. Now we didn't write any of this down. We didn't prep for it or anything. But let's just go right to it, man. Game balls. Who do you want to? Well, first off. Let's just, do you have any other feelings about this game that you want to get out there first?
We'll just go game ball because I know exactly who I'm giving them to. So.
Okay, let's go to the game balls. So on offense, who are you giving game balls to?
Saquon. 2 big runs, let's put it that way.
Yeah, okay. All right. I can't, I'm not going to disagree there. I'm not going to disagree at all. I mean, especially on offense. Yeah, I can't really think anybody who really had even close to that game. So, okay. Yeah, and then defense, right? Like
you got to give it to Jalen Carter. He was just a one-man wrecking crew, at times.
Yeah, I wish we had more. If there was 5 game balls, we'd give them all to Jalen Carter. I mean, there was other good plays out there. I mean, everybody.
Bonds was involved, right?
Yeah, Bonds, Slay, everybody. I mean, the whole
team effort.
Team effort. There was times that they didn't look good, and be honest with you, man, in this last drive, they kind of had us. They had us a little scary. They had me a little scared, that's for sure. But the defense came through in some really tough conditions, and we're going to take it. So remember that you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and if you don't hate us, like us, right? Yeah, we like that, and then subscribe, right? So you don't miss any
more episodes,
any of the episodes, and I guess, and we're gonna have we'll do our preview later in the week.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, and so we can get you ready for Washington.
Or round 3.
Round 3. I mean, who thought this was gonna happen, right? I mean, we'll go over the picks and everything from last week in the game and stuff like that. But nobody thought it was gonna be us against the Commanders next week, right?
Everybody was already putting Lions in the NFC title, like they were foregone conclusion. It's the Lions and Eagles.
And you know what? I mean, I hate to thank Washington, but they gave us a home game.
Yes.
Right. So as soon as they won that, the first thing that Philly texted me was that we got home field advantage now. So wonderful. So we're gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna say, "Fly, Eagles, fly!" All right.